that the amount of sunlight that hits the Earth in 2 hours is enough to run the entire planet for a year, and that the technology actually turns out to be cheaper than fossil fuels. Now, I want to let that sink in for a second. What I'm here to talk to you about today is possibilities and inspiration, and how this relates to solar technology in Detroit and abroad. I'm here today building a possibility, one that involves cleaner air, safer streets and alleys, and more neighborhoods powered by solar. But in order for me to share this with you, I have to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Ali Dirul, and I'm a solutionary. I like to find solutions to complex problems. I'm a product of Detroit, born and raised. Always had an interest in science and technology. I attended public charter school, one of which was Roma Institute, led by this man, Malik Yakini, who does a lot of work in education and food advocacy now. I would end up getting a degree, a master's degree in mechanical engineering and alternative energy systems from Oakland University, and this is actually where I got inspired. On my senior project, I was part of a case study to design a net zero energy home for a professor out in Rochester Hills. And net zero meaning that the home produced as much electricity as it used, so at the end of the year, the bill would net zero. The idea was designed using various solutions to accomplish this goal. And we could employ solar panels, geothermal, windmill, you name it. The possibilities were endless as long as it met the goal. I thought then, if this were possible in this type of setting, could this be applied to a more urban type of setting? It was actually around this time that Malik gave me a call from the farm to see if we could design a solution for a 7.5-acre urban farm that he now ran and operated called D-Town Farm. I thought that this would be a great opportunity to give back, but also a good opportunity to use my newly acquired skill sets. The farm didn't have much for the project, but they did have a 40-foot shipping container and 10 donated solar panels. I knew that we would need more for this project, so what I did was use a tool that I often use called a possibility table, where you have a defined written intention on what it is that you're trying to do, a clear pictured outcome on what that actually looks like in the real world, what you have, which could be personnel, equipment, resources, funding, and what you need to fill the gap and meet the requirements. So I did the table for the farm, and as you could see, we would need lots to finish this project, but the first thing that we would need would be a team. And this is actually when the Ryter Cooperative Industries was born. But it would actually turn out to be less of a company, but really more of a family comprised of engineers, technicians, project managers, people from the community from which we serve that also have a vested interest in the sustainability of our environment. So with that, the team in place, we started the design process, and that took about, like a baby, about 9 months to do. There were lots of late nights, building supplier relationships, enlisting support from community and companies to help support the initiative. In the end, the labor portion of it really only took about 2 weeks and gave you the beautiful off-grid energy station that you see here, Dirul Energy Station. This was a feat for all of us, and although the system was designed to deliver several thousand watts of power, we discovered that the idea was the most powerful thing. That the idea that such an off-grid system could exist in the middle of this urban congested area created a whole new possibility for people that didn't exist before. And this inspired the community. I mean, this inspired us. So what did we do? We took on more solar projects to continue to inspire and help bring in a new green energy paradigm. So some of these projects would be the first solar-powered lawnmower for Highland Park to show that you could beautify your lawns without having to emit an ounce of greenhouse gases. Also, the first Wi-Fi-enabled solar streetlight to show that you could have free internet access for a neighborhood powered by a free energy source. But probably most notable would be the Power Up program, which is a citywide bulk purchasing program for the community to provide access to solar devices, which also allows for training to teach them like what these devices are best used for, how they're used, and how they work. Creating safer streets and alleys in a city where the lights had previously been repossessed by local utilities many years back, leaving the city in the dark. As well as employing people from the community to help develop the communities from which they come. The project will gain so much success that this would happen. RCI and Detroit will become winners of the Green America Award for People and Planet for clean energy for our works in clean energy. As a result of our efforts, solar energy has been booming in the neighborhoods and been growing at an increasing rate. And we believe that this is due to one main thing, that although what we do is inspire people through the power of solar, this power is not just an electrical power, right, but an emotional one. You see, for many people, solar is not just a new nifty technology, but rather a promise of a new way of life, of a cleaner future with brighter skies, less reliance on fossil fuels, more freedom from local utilities, safer neighborhoods, and more. So if you're able to take anything out of this talk, let it be possibility. Invest in solar. Invest in yourself. Build more green energy neighborhood projects. Support a child to learn about the renewable energies. In the end, you'll be inspired that you did. Thank you.